welcome back to another 100 random drawings video. And this time I'm also trying out the new sketchbook by a brand named Denik. Never tried a sketchbook before, but I decided to give it a try. Just really like the quality of the sketchbook and the whole idea behind this company, where a portion of the purchase goes to building schools in different countries and also to support the artists who designed the cover. I'm gonna have a full review of the sketchbook in a separate video with trying out different art supplies. To give you just a brief idea, this is a mixed media sketchbook. At least that's what I got from the quality of it. It's 120 pounds, 7 by 8 inches. Really nice, smooth pages, really thick, nice paper. Reminds me a lot of the Moleskine with just a brighter paper, and this is something that I was looking for because in Moleskine I struggle with creating enough contrast when using lighter color, and especially lighter washes of watercolor. But I'll talk more about that in my next video. And here you can see some information about the artist and how to find more about this company. I'm gonna also leave the link in the description below. I'm not sponsored at all, this is just my review. So going back to the drawing, I got really lucky with this one. I got trees this time, which is one of my favorite subjects to draw because I love all things nature. And I was debating whether to do a full tree study or a few different smaller studies, and I went for smaller studies. So I looked up some of the trees on Pinterest and on Google, and which is basically recreating the different styles of the trees, not necessarily going into a lot of details. And this is my technique for drawing trees. I don't usually go into a lot of details. I just try to recreate the pattern with enough variation to make it interesting. What I mean by that is that when you're trying to create a recognizable look of the tree, you still want to add something to it, something to make it interesting. And for this pine tree in particular, I shortened and I stretched out some of the branches, and I gave some of the shadows and highlights in places. I don't usually complicate it too much, but I still like to break it down to smaller shapes where you can see indication of individual leaves or smaller clusters of leaves. I definitely don't paint each leaf by leaf when I make small studies like this, but it's good to have larger and smaller shapes and different textures. And for this one, juniper tree, I believe, yes. I tried to focus a little more on creating these needles with still thinking of the larger shape and working with highlights and shadows by varying the pressure with my pencil. And that's about it. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. All supplies will be listed below in the description as usual. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!